Okay, I brought us on a little field trip today. Way up the road there, I don't know if you can see it, way up there on the left there's a dumpster. That's where my garage is. This house here is also mine and my daughter lives here. Shame to say it's missing that piece of siding. But yeah, I'm up there. I don't know, like I said, when I look at it, the sun's in my eyes, but I'm hoping you can see that dumpster up there in my white truck. But I'm here, I wanted to look at something that's been, this has been sitting around somewhere or another, not running on my property for the last 40 years, I want to say. Trying to decide what the hell to do. I got this wild notion to make it at least a roller again, but I don't know. I put it on this trailer about 4 or 5 years ago. Sun's in my eyes, I can't see how good this video is. But as you can see, she's pretty rusty. No transaxle. What had happened, I had parked this years ago, and then my son, when he grew up, first ride my son took in this in 1974, he was in my wife's belly the day I bought it. She was about 6 months pregnant. And I blame that for him being such a crazy driver, because taking her for that ride in this dune buggy. What has happened? While this was sitting down here on top of a stack of lumber, somebody went by and threw out a cigarette or something. The lumber caught on fire. I got here in time, you can see it burn off the steering wheel. I got here in time to save it, but the floor pan just rotted right away after that. The wishbones, still got all the mounts on. The wishbones rotted out. And over here I picked this one up probably 15 years ago. This one again, snake. That's a 36 horse motor. And the old, it's hard to see with the sun, it's got the old split transaxle. You know, they don't have a split. Why did I think I had a split transaxle? Now I can use that transaxle in that wishbone. This is an old, like 1960 one or something I brought home for parts. It has all the spindles, steering box, and things like that. I know where a whole nother pan is missing. The pan's going from the pan goes from the back up to the shifter. And it has a trike front end on it, but it's all painted up and everything. Beautiful pan. It's a shame they cut it. What I needed to do was get a measurement. I would say from the center of the wishbone to that first bolt on the shifter, I'm 3 foot. Okay, I don't know where they cut that other pan at to got that trike front end. I know I'm losing my pedals, but I think I have another pan laying somewhere I think I can use the front end off of. Somebody built this buggy years back out of hand, but it's all galvanized pipe. So even though it looks bad, if you look, the main buggy isn't rusty at all. Kind of an odd looking thing. When I got it, it didn't have the back end on it, or the tree bars. But if I said this Volkswagen went through 30 motors, it'd probably be more like 40 or so. I mean, 2 motors a weekend sometime, you know, when you're 20-some years old and you're running around something like this. I put this back on years ago, or when I first got it, because it was funny looking. I'm not going to show you up underneath the back because the pipes were rotted off, but now you can see up under here. But that galvanized front end didn't rust. I'm going to cut that off there, and I'd just like to see this thing a rolling chassis again. Here comes somebody on a quad. Wish I had a rock. Dirt bikes, you don't see them much anymore. I tell them people, go slow by the houses and fast when there isn't any. There's hardly any houses on my road. I don't know. I found me, like I say, a whole piece of pan up to the shifter that's already been shortened with the wishbone, the transaxle, solid mounts in it for $100. He's going to cut the bike front end off. But yeah, for $100 I couldn't beat it. That'll get me up here to the shifter, as long as that's 3 foot. You can cut these pans in different places, but it looked to me like it would have worked. Well, hey, give me a comment. Tell me what you think. It used to be from my tow bar. Always ran tractor tires on the front. I actually still have the tires for this. I had tractor tires on the front, and I had Dune Digger winter treads on the back. But I bought new in 1976. I still have them today. They're still got air in them, actually. I don't know how long they'd last if I started running them. I mean, this buggy's been through a lot. I flipped her a few times. Had a couple accidents and it got hurt. A couple accidents didn't get hurt. You know how it is when you're young and crazy and drunk. Okay, I just wanted to get a shot at this. People tell me what you think. Like I say, I like to just see it on 4 wheels and that back replaced where it's all rusty. New steering column. I still have the original seats. They were actually out of a 68 Camaro. Or a 68 Chevelle, one of the two. I can't remember, but I know it was a 68. I know it was either a Chevelle or... Oh, I still got a steering box. My son tore this thing apart. Robbed all the parts off of it for the factory rail one he had. Like I say, I picked this thing up cleaning up for a neighbor. But it does have a steering box and all the front end on it complete. Maybe a little extra pipe I can use to weld on the back. Huh? Alright, well, this video is getting long. Like I said, I'm needing some inspiration to get this thing out of the weeds here. I don't need it, I'll never finish it, but yeah, it'll be a good project to make some videos on too. My wife thinks I'm nuts. And I never would get it where I'd run it again. At my age, I'd end up killing myself. I don't want to do that. I got enough injuries now. I sure as hell. Look at that damn thing there, huh? That was supposed to be way up on top of that mountain off my property. The last minute, they decided to put it there. They didn't pay me, so I'm saying they're saying you're not putting it on my property. They said get out of the way or they'd run me over, so there it was. And after a lot of arguing, I think I did get some money out of them. But that used to be my scrap yard back in that hall. I'd have 30, 40 cars in there. I'd crush them and stack them on top of each other and line them up along the road here. And then on the weekend, on a Saturday, I'd take them all in the scrap. I went down around the bend there a little bit. I do all this cutting here. All this cutting along the road. I'm actually real far behind. Clutch is out of my tractor. Yeah, you'll see it. I'll have it in there fixing it. There's always something needs fixed. Well, I'm going to hoof on the road, up the road. You all have a good one. And I hope this project looks better on video than it did me just looking at it. I'm going to take this home and play it and see what's what. But looks kind of rough. But I don't know. Tell me what you think.